So you wouldn't believe how many times I've done this video, and if my voice sounds crunchy, it's because I've been trying all afternoon. I am attempting to make the week 1 Artist's Way update video, and I don't even want to get into how many things went wrong. I hope this one is it, because tomorrow I want to start with week 2. Week 1 was recovering a sense of safety. Week 2 is recovering a sense of identity. I did do all of the exercises, all of the morning pages, the affirmations and blurts. I read the basic principles every day. I did the exercises within the chapter itself at the end and the tasks at the end. I missed, I think, one of each. And it's okay because you don't even have to do them all. But I really felt it was important for me to do this really intentionally. So I've been, getting up and putting my whole body into reading the basic principles, reading them out loud, gesticulating, like reading them over until I feel like I've really understood and listened to what I'm actually saying. You know how sometimes you're reading and you're just reading by rote? I'm trying my best not to do that. Like, I'll repeat it until I know that I paid attention to what I said. I did the artist day, which was something I hadn't done until a few days ago, and that was very important for me. I ended up watching a documentary, an inspiring documentary by the guy who did the Kindness Diaries, Leon Logothetis, and it's called The Kindness Within, A Journey to Freedom. I didn't even know that he came out with that recently, I think this year. And at first I thought it was going to be corny, but it turned out being, it spoke to me. And just the fact that I'm trying to do this whole thing as a way of surrendering, starting from rock bottom. My first video was before I started anything, so that I could document my, point A, hanging off the cliff, ready to fall off into the abyss, to attempting to get myself back up on my feet and stable and sustainable, and hopefully better than that, hopefully able to help others, to pay all the goodness forward. So I did the Artist's Way. I did my Monsters Hall of Fame. I don't have a printer, but I do have this tiny printer that only prints in black and white and on paper, like the kind of paper that comes out of old-fashioned, like cash registers, and also sticker paper. I'm putting the mic by my face because it seems like they're coming out low, and I don't know what else to do. So I couldn't find that printer anywhere in the last day or two. And then this morning I decided to try something, like, for the hell of it. And I called on St. Anthony, who's the patron saint of lost things, and asked for help in finding it. And I also pulled out my pendulum, which years ago I thought of a way to use it to locate something that I had lost in the house. I said, guide me in 3 moves, to the spot where the object is. So I did it. today I asked St. Anthony to guide me with my pendulum in 3 moves. So, you know, let's say it went like this, so it was swinging more forward. So I walked forward until it stabilized. Then it went like this, and I walked to my right until it stabilized, and then it went like this, swinging more backwards, and I went till I couldn't go anymore. And there's a pile of stuff there. There's a big pile of stuff there. Now, I have looked everywhere, but I didn't look there because why would it be there? It's not somewhere that I would have put it, and I don't remember. I don't have any memory of putting it there. So there was a box with a pile of books on top of it and other stuff. So I slowly moved everything off of it, and in the box I found the printer. Hold on, let me reach for it. This is it. It's a tiny printer, and I'll show you the photo. I put it in the front of my exercise book. This is one of the monsters in my Monster Hall of Fame. And if you're a Trek fan, especially The Next Generation, and if you've seen Homefront, the alien on the screen that calls the humans big, giant, ugly bags of mostly water, well, I thought that was hilarious. And when I made this last time, I tried to go through the artist way. After I had gone through it all the way through and magic happened, some years later, I tried it again, but I didn't make it all the way through. But I had made this caricature, and I thought back on it, and I just love it. It's so perfect. It's just so perfect. It's perfectly appropriate. And not only that, I realized this time around that it encompasses 5 people in my Hall of Monsters perfectly. So I needed a printout of that, and now I got one. And I just want to make sure to say that when I captioned it, Big Ugly Bag of Mostly Water, because that's how I remembered the quote. But I mean on the inside. I don't mean on the outside. I'm not judging people by their outward looks. In fact, most of these people are not bad looking or actually pretty. So, yeah. I also made I thought I wasn't going to do this. This was the one I was stuck on, making the compliment and taking one compliment from your champions and writing it out and making it all pretty and putting it in the front of your morning pages where you could see it all the time. So I'm going to flash it because I don't want you to, I'm embarrassed, and I'm covering the names because multiple people told me this. That's why I chose this one, like at least 6 people that I wrote down, but I've heard it my whole life. So there. I get embarrassed over silly things. So that 9 out of 10 tasks, the 20-minute walk on one day, I suspect that she meant you should do it every day, but I've been so sick, like since I began trying to make the first video on the 3rd, and then ending up in the ER on the 7th, and then discarding that video after I saw Doechii's, and making a new one on the 13th, and then starting The Artist's Way on the 14th, and ending up back in the ER on the 18th, and at my GI the 18th was Friday, Sunday was Easter, Monday I went to the GI. Yesterday I went to the lab. And in the middle of May, I have the upper and lower scopes to do. So I feel like this is the universe going, I'm going to meet you halfway because you're on the right path. Ever since I decided that I was going to do this openly, I've been getting so many nudges from the universe, but so specific and so synchronistic that I cannot deny them. And I feel like I'm being guided, except I wish it would guide me in how to make more engaging videos. I'm throwing myself in here cold. I made a lot more videos than I thought I would in the time that has elapsed. I thought I was going to do the first video and then the update and maybe 1 or 2 shorts along the way. In the first week, I made 3 videos and 5 shorts. Today, I think this is going to be video, wait, 3, 4, 5. This is video number 5. At least 5, and I have, I think, 6 shorts maybe. So when I thought about, like, I've been immersed in this whole thing all week, but I haven't been creative at all. And then I said, what are you talking about, Serena? You've been doing like all of this creating on YouTube, so that counts. It counts. It's not the sort of thing that I'm aiming for in terms of unlocking my creativity, because I've been playing it small all along. Like, yes, I've been doing things, not in a while, throughout the years, but I've always been playing it small. And I have so much inside of me. There's a lot standing in the way of my being able to, like, I want to be able to immerse myself, but you need security, you need secure footing, you need spaciousness of mind. You can't have like a pressure cooker of worries. So yeah, I'm trying to get there. And I didn't think it was possible to even get as far as I got, because in terms of shifts, aside from being put on the path to finally potentially finding out what is wrong with my insides that have been the bane of my existence and have made it impossible for me to live a normal life and have a normal job where I could say I'll be there at this time and I'll stay till this time. And it's made life so difficult, because the issues I've already had, GI wise, they come out of the blue, and so often that they're completely unpredictable. And I'm so glad I've spoken to multiple people who have the same issue, because people who don't have made me feel like I'm making this shit up, and I'm not. I wish to God that I didn't have this problem, because I don't want to be living like I'm living, and I need to be able to take care of my mom the way that she needs to be taken care of. I need to be able to take care of myself. I need to get a car. I cannot live here without a car. I lost my car in January because it was a lease. I have the GoFundMe up. I was trying to get the residual, couldn't make it, lost the car, lost the ability to drive myself to the ER when I need to to urgent care, and I mean, oh my God, the stack of paperwork from ERs and urgent care. You have no idea. If I was to show you the piles, I don't want to live like that. And I want to take away as much stress from my life as I can that is adding to that, because I'm sure living in survival mode is greatly exacerbating that. But these last 2 weeks, going through the first chapter of The Artist's Way, Recovering a Sense of Safety, I have found myself breathing more deeply, feeling calmer. In the mornings, I've been getting up earlier, I've been going to bed earlier, and when I go through my morning ritual now, I feel like I'm in a cocoon, and I enjoy it. I sit here with my breakfast and my morning pages, and I enjoy it. And I fill 3 big pages, front and back. And then I do my affirmations, and like I said, there's not hardly any blurts coming out anymore. They are more like my inner child being like, do you think this is really possible for us, like from the condition we're in right now? How though? And so then, instead of turning anything into an affirmation, I sit there and I take my notebook and I start writing, just writing, like stream of consciousness or channeling. And all of this comforting stuff has been coming through, all of this comforting advice and guidance. And I'll just write it down and read it back, and I'll feel so like this deep sigh of relief. And I haven't felt like that in so long. I've been having a lot more dreams and remembering them. I've been having a lot of disturbing dreams though. So that's, I don't know. We'll see what happens as I work through things. It's probably my subconscious coming up with subconscious blurts, What else? What else? I've been catching myself in my thoughts more often when I start to get annoyed, and I haven't been getting annoyed as easily. I honestly feel like the shift has been significant. At first I thought, like, I don't think I'm feeling any shifts, but I don't know, like in the second week I started to realize that I have been, and they've been incrementally adding up. And I am more attuned to my own needs and not worrying so much at all really about people thinking that might be selfish. I've been on social media like hardly at all, and I've hardly been looking at the news, although I have to keep up because there's too much going on. So I will make time to dip in there. I mean, I wish I could see some good news, but I just need to get my energy back, call my energy all back to me, cut all the cords, take away all the cords I've been putting out to others, just do everything in my power to try to clear my vision, reconnect with my source within and really continue growing and tending to this feeling, this self-nurturing, and opening up to the opportunities that are surely all around me that I haven't been seeing. And also by putting myself out, hopefully putting myself out to more opportunities that I wouldn't have otherwise. And honestly, it's my big wish that on my birthday in 2026, I'll be celebrating triumphantly my rise like a phoenix from the ashes, and sharing that with you in a video, and that I will not only be back on my feet and on solid footing and living in safe and solid and good living conditions, but also having been able to give back and pay things forward, and being fulfilled with all of my creative work that I have to show at that point. And at this time, I'm really excited to start week 2 tomorrow. I'm probably going to start reading. I'm going to start reading it tonight. So I thank everyone who has subscribed. I ask that you please like, if you feel inclined, subscribe, and I don't know, is there a notifications button? I really am throwing myself in here like cold. I learned a whole lot in the past 2 weeks online, but I can't implement it on a phone, and that's all I have. I don't have a laptop, I don't have a printer, and my phone is on its last leg, and it's my lifeline. So I can make one video at a time, upload it, and then I have to delete it because that's all the room there is on it, and there's less and less room all the time. That's after having deleted everything I can delete. I don't know how it happened. So that's about it. 22 minutes, not bad, better than 30. So I wish you all a really wonderful weekend and blessings, and just, hearts filled with joy and all good things.